Oh my god, dude, I peeped my head out and this dude's just hard scoping already. I can't even see him, bro. He's behind the tires. He's coming up behind you, Deans. That's
I just sent the
that
invite.
map. That's on me, bro.
I'm gonna join, man.
I did
No,
damage.
I just.
Oh fuck.
That's what I meant.
I will. Oh, good luck, boys. I don't know if you guys watch my game. Well, I don't know if you watch my game, Kaliko, but...
Are you joining my click or are you just gonna stay? You want me to join yours? I don't care.
It's on me, Deans.
Right.
I'll do much better, I swear to God. Oh, fuck, I broke the promise. I broke the promise, honestly. Gunfight. Was that the map we were just on? Speedball. Okay, bro. Alright, Ken. Ken the Barbie doll.
You're accepting mine, Kaliko?
Why don't y'all just hit
no,
X at the same time?
So you want me to accept that?
Yeah.
I just don't want us backing out and fucking resending the shit.
Deans, I see those faggots.
What color you wearing, Bucky?
Whatever natural homes are. I think it's blue and I can't see it. I don't know if you can. Oh, whatever the natural homes are. All right, let's go. I'm out. Good luck, Kaliko. Fuck you, but.
Yeah. One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like it's...
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to Southern California as we've got playoff football ahead in the City of Angels. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Check. Fresno. Super one. We're good. 61, matchbox lights.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on third. Gone. He's got a man. It's Williams. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner Breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Gone. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
3rd and long. It's gone. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
At their own 16-yard line.
Ready? Henry. Right 57. Hey, pick your game. 22. Check over. 22.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. It'll go as a 1st down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On 1st down, Fields. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Delano Hill. Well, they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
After the interception, here's Gone. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On first down, Coleman. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check 52.
To throw is gone. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Here's Gurley. The pass rush specialist, D. Ford, in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
It's now 3rd and 10.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun. Goff. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lucky. Maverick.
From the 27, Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, you know, and that's the...
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They begin the drive with Coleman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Coleman here on first down. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Kevin Coleman with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8 at the 49ers' 46-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Here's gone. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Maverick. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Team 6. Team 6. 56.
A shotgun snap for gone. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
This is Coleman. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. He's got a first down past the 30. He's at the 50. And finally down at the 32-yard line. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 32-yard line. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
57's Mike. Mike 57. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Now this time he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Davante Adams, 32 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and which you also have to guard against.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Strip that ball. 57 to Mike. 57. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Operating from the gun, Fields. And Adams has it, complete. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Abuka. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Way back at the 17 now after the loss. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Fields. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Catanzaro's kick is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Louis.
On 2nd and 10, Goff got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Four down. Four down.
On first down, it's Gurley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 45 on 2nd down, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left, and that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
14.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. They juked him. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Here we go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Off the play fake. Fields looking deep for Adams. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now Goff. He's got Smith here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Watch the eye. 2 for 66. Hey, Delta. 56.
Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
From the red zone now, Goff. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there, man. 57, come on. 57, come on. And we got to get
Throwing on first down. Fields. It's caught here by Adams. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Hey, check.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Looking here for Smith downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 59 yards. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Goff now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go option to the short side. They will run again with Coleman. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. Coleman now. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards there and a Niner first. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 47-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
57's Mike. Mike 57. Hey, you're our cover.
2nd and 1. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Watch the whip.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Get ready. Switch. Pick that.
Here's Coleman. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Hold on. Check.
Throwing again on second down. Goff. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Brings up third down and 1.
They tried to throw on second down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
25. Check 25.
Here's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Give him 10 that time. Escaping the danger. Running with it and picking up a first down. Now Goff on first down. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on third. Gone. That's complete to Meredith. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Niners 31, Rams 6.
Yeah. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Hey, orbit.
On 1st and 10, gone. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Come off the ball.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Check 24.
2nd and 13. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 3rd down.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
Hey, check Mike 57. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. 57's the mic. Watch 57.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fields. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams are going offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerome Baker. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Goff now looks to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he goes out right around the 39. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
54.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. From the 38, Goff. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, 76! 76!
Goff throwing again. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy at his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10. Goff again. They'll find Everett there, complete. 16 yards, a 1st down. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Again they run with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Slam. Tight dog.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Fields drops it off for Coleman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Sliding out of the pocket. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Second and 4. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan. Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. 3rd down here. So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. Back to throw. Fields under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now a timeout coming in here defensively, as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will extend their lead now up to 22. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
We go, 76, 76.
Goff on 1st down. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Goff. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now it's Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quan Alexander gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go on 4th. Goff. Now a desperation throw deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Fields. Looking deep for Adams. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 33. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjust.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted by the 49ers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? Watch time, watch time.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Score, Niners